So we're with Grande City Manager John O'Brien. John, what do you love about your job?
I have to say the thing I love the most about the job is the complexity of it. And what I mean by that is there are so many different variables occurring on any given moment of any given day. But I feel like it requires masterful synchronization in order to be able to address them in a way that balances community need as well as internal to workforce dynamics. And then of course the attempt to meet City Council needs and expectations.
Government organizations everywhere are facing having to do more with less. Why is that?
So something that the general community is very keenly aware of is the cost of living is going up. And that's true in every facet of our lives. What we're finding is that the cost of doing business in a city is outpacing the revenue that we have coming in. And the reality is that equates to more costs on the community in order to be able to do it. The only other option that exists when in those circumstances is for us to cut the services that we're providing in order to be able to operate within the monies that we currently have coming in. I think we're doing the best that we can with what we have coming in, but I will say it's still not good enough, and I don't think anybody would disagree with that statement. And so now the question is how do we do better while not necessarily just throwing a lot of money at it, but throwing the right amount of money that enables us to do more and give people a better sense of community and the services that the city provides to give them a higher quality of life. Within that plan is what I'm referring to as PACE-E. It's an acronym that stands for Primary, Alternate, Contingency, Emergent, and Extra Emergent. Within Primary, Alternate, and Contingency, the intent is to bring other people's money, non-taxpayer other people's money, into the city to help relieve the burdens that are on the general fund, while simultaneously putting the framework in place to generate more funds through sources other than taxes in that primary, alternate, and contingency form. But it's going to take time to build out what that plan will look like, as well as how it's resourced. And that'll happen in primary, alternate, and contingent. It'll still continue to happen if we go into emergent, but the funding sources will change rapidly if in fact we look at future states of either a new levy and or the potentiality of establishing a new special district of either the Parks and Rec, library, or I think in the best case scenario, public safety, which would give us the most amount of relief and probably give us the ability to go 30 or more years before we'd ever have to ask the community for some increased taxes to do business. The extra emergent, that's the stage that we arrive at where we have no choice but to cut services. The intention is for us to never get to that point and never have to cut services, and in a best case scenario, actually increase services and make them better and increase the quality of life that people have within the community.